Hi, I got my little blanket, got some tea. Let's talk about the new year and things I'm planning to change in 2026. ADHD edition. So these are not resolutions, not strict goals, just 6 things that I want to do differently this year because I think they will make my life better. Like I got diagnosed with ADHD back in September and then I started this channel. And since then I've been reading, researching, thinking a lot about my ADHD and myself. And I kind of understand now the things that I need to do for my ADHD. Those are the things that I want to talk about in this video. By the way, I've been sick the last 2 weeks and I seem to not get any better. And my energy goes like that. Up and down, up and down. And right now I got a little bit of energy, so I decided to just sit down and film this video and talk to you guys about the new year. So I'm not big on New Year's resolutions because they usually don't work for most of us. Like we start strong and then we crash by February and then feel terrible about ourselves. But I still do think that the new year is a good time to reflect and figure out what's actually helping and what's draining me. So these are my 6 things for 2026. Not really rules, just my intentions. First, obviously, it's one of the big topics of my channel. I want to beat my internet addiction. How I'll do that? I'm not sure yet. Maybe by doing more and more real activities and hobbies. Maybe by being more intentional about my screen time. I guess that will be one of my main topics on this channel this year and we will figure it out together. Stay tuned and maybe subscribe if you're interested in that journey. And second, I want to be less of a people pleaser. I've been realizing this more and more recently. There are certain people in my life where I just do things to make them think good things about me. I watch their reactions for everything and act according to them, and I forget about myself. I want to be more myself. I want to live more for my own likes, my own wishes, my own ideas, my own enjoyment. Honestly, I even struggle sometimes to realize what I actually want or like. I find it hard to connect to myself because I care too much about what others think of me. And this is very common with ADHD, by the way. Most of us have rejection-sensitive dysphoria, so we become people pleasers to avoid any judgment or rejection. We are constantly watching for other people's reactions and adjusting ourselves to fit. It's terrible and it's one of the things that I really hate about how I've been living. For example, I have some video ideas for this channel, but I avoid filming them because I don't want to be cringe or I don't want to get bad comments. But like, why? I can't make everyone like me. There will always be negative comments eventually, and I should be okay with that. I shouldn't care that much and I just should do what I actually want to do. Otherwise, I might as well just sit and do nothing. Which I actually have a video of, by the way, a video of me doing literally nothing, so if you want to check it out. So in 2026, I want to do things just because I want to. I'm going to listen to myself more, figure out what I actually like, what makes me feel good, what makes me come alive. That's how you find yourself, I guess, by actually paying attention to yourself instead of everyone else. I am interested in me now, in her. I want to figure out what she's like. 3. I want to mask less. I got diagnosed with ADHD in September, and since then, one of the things I've realized the most is how much I'm masking. It's a crazy amount. I'm constantly thinking, what is the acceptable way of doing this? Not, how do I want to do this? And it's exhausting. I want to freely show the way I am. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. Maybe I'll fidget more in public. Maybe I'll be more honest when I zone out. Maybe I'll stop apologizing for being myself. Or maybe I'll stop being so hard on myself when I make small mistakes. But I'm done pretending to be neurotypical all the time. It's draining and I don't want to live like that anymore. I've already been doing that for the last 31 years. And I think I was pretty good at it. Unfortunately. 4. I want to do more self-care. I have definitely let go of that over the last couple of years. And you know how hard it is with ADHD because self-care routines fall apart so easily. I've been working from home for years now, and that means I'm constantly in pajamas or old t-shirts. I always wear the same old clothes that I feel the most comfortable in. I rarely put makeup on or do anything with my appearance. And I realized it actually affects how I feel mentally. The more I take care of myself physically, the better I feel overall. So this year, I want to put more effort into how I look. Not from a toxic, I have to be pretty all the time point of view, but just liking myself more, taking care of my hair, my skin, my clothes, maybe working out more. It's not really about anyone else, it's more about feeling good in my own body. And I want to take little steps towards it. 5. I want to connect more to nature. You can see it from my channel name, it's Novi by the Sea. I love sitting on the beach, listening to the sound of the waves. I just love the sea. I am scared of deep water. I'm scared of actually being in the sea, but sitting by the sea, looking at the horizon, listening to the waves, that's one of the few things that makes me calm down. It connects me to myself, to nature, to the world. I don't know, it might sound cheesy, but I absolutely love it. And I actually live very close to the sea, but I don't go nearly enough. So this year, I want to do more things in nature. Beach walks, forest walks, lake visits, touch grass, And with ADHD, being in nature actually helps regulate my nervous system. It is calming in a way that nothing else is. 6th and the last one, I want to be more social next year. Maybe other people with ADHD can relate to this, but I have a tendency to isolate myself. It's just easier sometimes. Less stimulation, less pressure, less risk of messing up socially. But isolation isn't good for me either. And now that I live kind of a digital nomad lifestyle, it's so much harder to make and keep friends. I don't speak the native language here. I don't have built-in social circles like school or a traditional office job. So I'm open to recommendations. How do you find friends after 30 in a city that doesn't have much to do and where you don't speak the language? I especially want to have friends who also have ADHD actually. Like that would be interesting, hanging out with someone who has the same struggles as you, who gets it without you having to explain everything. That would be great. So those are my 6 things for 2026. Not resolutions, just things I want to try. Things that will make my life feel more like mine. And of course, I'll be documenting all of that on this channel. And what about you? What are you focusing on this year? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're working on. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you next time. Bye!